So let me ask you something. If I could give you one thing to do, all right, that's all you need to do out of the Bible, just one area, one thing to ask you to do out of the whole thing, would you be willing to do it? Okay, kind of as a reserve group here. All right, okay, I can see that. All right, so that's a good question, H. All right, you know, my Bible here has 1,950 pages in it from Genesis to Revelation. So there's hundreds of thousands of words in there. Okay, there's tens of thousands of sentences, and there are just thousands of paragraphs. There's hundreds of chapters. There's actually 66 books. But if I told you I could condense all of that down to just one sentence, okay, one command, half a sentence as a matter of fact. What if I could break it down to just 5 words? Would you be willing to walk out of here? Still, savvy group, okay. I mean, you know, look at it. We could say Judas Iscariot, right? He's the one who betrayed Jesus, and you know, after he was crucified, he all of a sudden he'd realized what he'd done. He'd gone back and he'd gone to the priest and threw the money back, and it says out there that he went and hung himself. Right? That wouldn't be 5 words we'd want to carry around. Okay, so that was a lot funnier to me, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
Good thing we didn't say yes.
Ralph, one word. I'll bring the nooses
in. So these 5 words, you know, somewhere in the Bible, in Psalms, it talks about a man's life is 70 years. And some of us it's 80. All right, I'm 52 years old, so that gives me 28 years to go. All right, I was hoping Woody was here because I was going to say he's only got like a week left. But anyway, so what I want to do is I want to share something with you guys that you can take with you and go out there and do. So let me tell you what these words are. Okay, it says here, I'm going to read a few of the verses before it, but just to kind of give you an idea. You can count them, it'll be 5 words. Hearing this, previously he was talking about marriage and the resurrection. It says, hearing this, Jesus silenced the Sadducees and Pharisees, or the Sadducees and Pharisees got together. One of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question. It says, Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. Okay, and that is a great commandment, but I'm not even going after the greatest commandment. I'm not asking you. There's like 15 words in there, you know. I said 5. I want to keep it to 5, okay? So, greatest commandment. Okay, and here it says, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. If that was all that was required of you to do in the Bible, what do you think would happen? I know what would happen. I know it would transform your life. I know it would transform the lives of everyone around you. Okay? Love your neighbor as yourself. Let me tell you what it's not saying. It's not saying to love yourself. See, it's already presuming that you love yourself. In the very beginning of the Bible doesn't convince you that there's a God. In the beginning says, in the beginning, God. See, it's already presuming there is a God. And it's already presuming we already love ourselves. And we do, don't we? I know that I love myself, right? When I'm thirsty, I get something to drink. As a matter of fact, I won't just get something to drink. I'll go to the store, find it in bottles, pay for it, and bring it home, right? When I'm hungry, I'll get something to eat. I will fix myself something to eat. Some of you are great chefs. And if I feel like it, I'm going to go out to a restaurant and have a really nice meal. When I'm hungry, I feed myself. My clothes? I dress well. Okay. All right.
You don't love yourself that much.
As opposed to like having nothing on, I guess. But you know what? No, wait a minute. See, these aren't just random holes. These are like placed in like areas of coolness. You know. All right. And my hat, how long does it take to get a brim to look like that? Right?
You gotta work it.
You got to work it. I mean, so there is some kind of fashion here, and some of you guys, I see. Okay. Thanks. Don't even know this guy, and he's laughing at me, right? Some of us have great lawns, don't we? People drive by our house, they look good. We got good jobs. We go on vacation. Man, I've had a rough year. Can't wait to go on vacation, right? We spend time. We're thinking about ourselves all the time. You know, we're thinking about our retirement. We're thinking about exercise. I'm going to go for a run, you know. We have no problem loving ourselves. We have no problems loving ourselves. As a matter of fact, in Philippians chapter 2, verse 3, it says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. See, the Bible has to show us not to love ourselves. The Bible has to tell us not to just think of ourselves. That's how much we love ourselves. It's not a question, is it? The question is, are you going to love your neighbor like that? When he's thirsty, do you care about that? When he's hungry, do you care about that? When he's had a rough year, not going anywhere, do you love him like you love yourself? I mean, I can extend it out. I love my kids. I'll go that far. Yeah. See, I'm talking to myself. I'm just talking out loud so you guys can hear what's going on in my mind. I care about what's going on with my kids. Okay? Last night, my daughter started working at McDonald's. She didn't get off till 12 o'clock. I'm tired. You know, I got up at about 4 o'clock yesterday morning. Met with a group of brothers by about 5:45. You know, and it's late at night, and I'm still working on this thing. And I just had to put it to rest, and I'm laying down. My daughter's not home. I couldn't go to sleep. It's 12 o'clock. She's off work. I'm texting her. Okay, hey, you off work? You know, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep till you're home. You know, and it's like, it's 12:43. All right, she's got 17 more minutes. I'm going to get in my car and go check. 12:58, I get a text. Off work, finally. I'm like, great, thank you. I'm not used to my baby girl being out this late. Get home so I can go to sleep. I can't think of anybody outside of my house that I've lost sleep for. There is nobody that has kept me up all night worrying about what's going on in their life. Do I love myself? What happens when that goes beyond my front door? Love your neighbor as yourself. Man, I feel condemned, you know. I thought I was a good guy. I thought I was doing some good things. You know, and you know what, I am. There are areas that I am, but this is the second. All right? The first commandment is love the Lord, right? With all your, what? With all your strength, with all your soul, with all your mind. Okay, how do you do that? You know, okay, yeah, I love you, Lord. Yes, I love, you know. Well, I don't know where my soul is. It's in here somewhere. I think it takes this second command, love your neighbor as yourself, to activate the greatest command. See, we have to go out and do this, right? So that we can understand what it means to love the Lord with our bodies. It's easy for me to sit here and talk. It's easy to say, I love Jesus. In my prayers, I love you, Jesus. But other than words, what is that? What have I done? You know? So, man, okay, this is good. This is good stuff. All right. So do I love others at that level? I love myself. I love my kids. How come when we look at others, all of a sudden we don't have time, and we don't have money, we don't have stuff to share, right? I mean, I got time to go on vacation. I got time to take a nap. You know, I got time to watch TV. I got time to go to the movies. I got time to go out to dinner. But when somebody needs a hand, I really don't have time. I got a busy life, right? Money. A vacation cost me something. I bought a townhouse. Now I owe on it, but I pay for it. I make sure I got money for that, right? Just bought a motorcycle. Well, I didn't. I'm just saying it. But some of us have. You guys know what you've bought. You know the stuff you got, right? All of a sudden somebody, needs a hand, or we start talking about tithing. Our pockets are empty, and there's just not enough there, Got that 52-inch LED, HD, surround sound. Some of us even have rooms dedicated just for TVs, right? Is there somebody wanting to admit that? Anybody here? Thank you, Gary. Okay. We're all going to be at Gary's house for the game tomorrow. Yes. Wow. So let me share with you, how do we do this? How do we do these things? How do we love our neighbor as ourselves, Do we sit around and think about it and just wait for God to talk to us on it? I mean, I've learned some lessons about doing that for some of you. So let me share a few stories, okay? One of them is like this. We have a group of guys. We meet on Friday mornings, and we're talking about the 5 G's, which is like kind of the foundation of Blue Ridge. So it's going and growing and giving and glorifying and thank you. Yes, gathering. So gathering. So the other morning or a few weeks back or something, we're talking about the giving one, and Woody's like, okay, now we're on giving. Go out and give and bring back a story. And I'm thinking, man, I got a $100 bill in my wallet. I was going to go grocery shopping. What am I going to do now? And it came to my mind. There's a brother I know. He's divorced. He's got 3 kids. So the difference is his 3 kids are hours away. He has to go visit them. And he was going to, instead of leaving on Saturday, or on Friday, he was going to leave Saturday because he couldn't afford to stay at a hotel because money's tight for him. Man, all of a sudden, there's a no-brainer, right? I got food in my cupboards. I can put off grocery shopping. I can go, I'm sure there's some money in the account. So there was something right in front of me. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't sit around and wait for God to tell me what to do. It came right in front of me. This guy's in front of me all the time. I walked over, and I drove over to his place. I met him. You at work yet? No, I'll meet you there in 5. And I said, look, this is just for you. I don't want any words from you. I don't want you to think you have to pay it back. I'm just trying to be obedient, and I'm trying to love my neighbor as myself. Man, felt good. I don't know what he did with the money. Maybe he stayed at a hotel. It doesn't matter. I got to do what God asked me to do. And I kind of see what loving the Lord means. Another story. A couple weeks ago, it's hunting season, bow season. I got Friday off. Man, Joe and I found this spot. Okay, I'm going to get this hanging tree stand. I'm putting the ladder up of it. And this eye bolt is broken. So, man, it's the last thing I need to do. It's starting to get to be dusk. I need to be up in that tree in time. When that guy comes by, I'm going to drop him, okay? Of course, I've never done that before, so it's a lot of talk right now. But so I go to Home Depot, all right, and I need to buy this new eye bolt, all right, that hooks into this. There's a hook on the tree stand. And I'm walking out, and I get out of my car, and it's starting to rain around here. Is it raining over there? And I look inside my eye. There's this girl, and her car's leaning, and there's this old guy standing with the spare tire cover reading the directions. And it's like, oh, and then it's like, oh, man. So I turned, I walked over there. So you have a flat tire? Okay, yeah, duh. All right, well, okay, let me see what I can do to help you, okay? Starting to drizzle now. I'm thinking, it's getting dark, seeing signs, there's deer out there. Okay, so, all right, well, this is just a flat tire. It's no big deal. So getting the stuff out of the trunk, and it's a newer car, and I'm looking at this